Hi guys, welcome to DevOps tutorial, and in this video lecture we are going to learn deployments in Kubernetes. So deployment is one of the type of the controller like replication that we have learned and replica set. A deployment we can use for, suppose example, if you want to deploy any application into the server, so we can use deployment. So deployment is a wrapper of the replica set we can see in the picture. So the question in the mind, why we cannot use the replica set instead of using the deployment to deploy any application? So the answer is the replica set have the limited functionality, like it will use to manage the pods and it is used to like scale up and scale down, but it is not provide the functionality of, like, suppose example, if you are creating an application and that application version is v1, and in future if you want to deploy the next version, so the replica set is not provide that functionality, so there's some downtime is there. So because of that one we cannot use the replica set. So that to solve this problem, the deployment is come into the picture, and deployment is the wrapper of the replica set. So inside deployment we are using the replica set. So let's understand the feature of deployments. So multiple replicas are possible. We can create a multiple replicas, like suppose example, if we are creating the version v1 to v2, so two replicas will be present in that one. Easy to upgrade the applications. So it's very easy to upgrade the application, means like you have the version v1 and you want to upgrade to v2. So with the help of deployment we can do these things, scale up and scale down. We can increase the pod and we can decrease the pod, depends upon the situation. Easily rollback, so we can understand this. Easily rollback means, suppose example, we have the version v2 and the deployments time for v2 we are getting some error, means we are getting some bugs or any issue will come at the production. So what we will do, we will roll back to your previous version v1. So that is also possible into the deployments. We can pause the deployment and we can resume the deployment. So this is the feature of deployments. Now if you want to deploy any application into the server, so there is some strategy we are using. So deployment is providing some strategy is like recreate the deployment, rolling update deployment, blue and green deployment, and canary deployment. So let's understand each one by one. Recreate the deployment. So this deployment means, suppose example, you have the application version v1 and after some time you have to deploy the version v2. So what it will be do, it will be create a new replica set for the v2 and it will be delete the all the pods for the replica set v1. Okay, that version is v1. So in this deployment there's a downtime is there because we are deleting the first pod and creating the new pods for the version v2. So this is, so for this situation we have getting the downtime. So next is rolling update. So the rolling update is a default deployment strategy. If you are not defining any strategy, so this is will be the default. So let's understand this thing. Suppose example, you have the 3 pods is there, and in version 2 when you are going to deploy, so it will be create a one pod one by one. So in this figure we can see here the v2 is pod is created. Once v2 pod is created, v1 will be deleted. So it will be created one by one each pod until to the replica count is reached. So in this rolling update there is no downtime. Deployments it will be slow. Okay, because when we are creating the new pods, the old pod will be deleted. Blue and green deployment. So let's understand the blue and green deployment. So blue and green deployment is, let's take an example here. So we have the version v1 that is running in the production and we are going to deploy the version v2. So once we deploy the v2, we are going to do some testing, analyzing. After the analyzing is completed, means we are satisfied that one, so this strategy will be deleted the older version. The next is canary. So canary is also using the same thing is blue and green deployment. So this is generally we are using for the backend purpose. Okay, so let's go to the terminal and let's create one script for the deployment and understand the each command one by one. So guys, we are in the terminal now and let's try to execute the deployment script. So all the script are written into the Git repository and this link will be shared into the description box. So let's copy this script and go to the terminal, and here we have to create one file that is name is deploy.yml, and paste it here. So this is the file that is same that we have created in the replica set. Just only one difference is kind. The kind is now deployment because we are creating the deployment here. So the rest of the thing is same, and so we don't need to worry about that one. Okay, so let's save this file. ls. Okay, so the file is present. Now we have to create a one deployment. So before the deployment we have to create a one service. That service is used to access our pods into the internet. So create a one more file that is called service.yml. Okay, and go to the GitHub repository, copy this script and paste it here. So this YAML is using to create a service. That name is Nginx service, and which port is working is 80. Node port is this port we are using, and selector is front end. So whatever the label of any pod is front end, it will be acquire this service. Okay, so let's save these things. Now create a deployment. So we have the command is kubectl create -f deploy. So we can see here the deployment.apps deployment is created. Now let's create the service. So we have the same command is here, kubectl create -f and service. Okay, so both are created. Now if you want to see that how many pods and how many replica set and everything, so we have the one command is kubectl get all. So this command will give the complete information about your cluster. Means that how many pods are running. So total we have the 3 pods that we have defined there, and how many two services are running, and how many deployments is there, and how many replica set is there, because when we're creating the deployment the replica set will be present. Okay, so the next thing is get the list of the pods. So we have the command is kubectl get pods. So we can see here all the pods. So there is a one thing we can know, this is a deployment, this is the replica set ID, and this is the pod ID. Okay, so these things we have to remember here. The next command is get service. If you want to see the list of services, kubectl get svc. So with the help of this command we can see the list of services, and we have the created one service that is called Nginx service, type is node port, and the cluster IP is this one. Okay, so the next command is, now we are using the version, let's see the what version we are using for Nginx. So get, so here we are using the Nginx 1.19 version. So let's assume we want to deploy the latest Nginx version, and let's take an example. If your application version is 1.1, now you have to deploy the 1.2 version. So how we will upgrade our application? So for that one we have the command is kubectl set image, then we have to provide the deployment, and deployment name is same deployment, we have the same name here, and image name, so image name is Nginx, and what version we have to use here. Okay, see the app name and image. So we have okay, something error is there. Okay, some error is there because of this. Now it's working fine. We can see here the deployment is updated. This rollback status. So just copy this command and okay, so we can see here the deployment is successful rollout, means the new version is successfully is available into the server. So if you want to check the history, like now we have to check the status, now we have to check this history. So we have the command is kubectl rollout history and deployment and the name of the deployment. So once we execute this command, we can see the history. So we can see there is a two version is there, one and second, and let's execute the command get all kubectl get all. So here we can see there's a two replica set will be created, and the previous like we are using the rollback updates, so the previous one will be all the pods will be deleted and new pods will be created with the version of v2, okay, with the latest changes, and all three pods are running. Okay, so let's clear here. The next command is if you want to roll back to your previous version, so we have the command is kubectl undo deployment and name of the deployment. Okay, so once we execute this command, so it will be roll out, okay, and it will be roll back to the previous version. So if you want to check it here, we have the command is get all. So we can see here previously it will be the state of the all the pods is showing here. Now it's shift to the previous section, previous replica. So this is the way we can roll back your previous version and where it's used. Suppose example, if you have the version v1 and you are going to deploy version v2, and after some time you are getting some error, so with the help of rollback command you can back to the previous version. Okay, so the next command is edit the deployment. So if you want to edit the deployment, we have to execute this command kubectl edit deployment hyphen name of the deployment. So we can see here the XML file will be come out. This is the running XML file that we have created, that is different, and this is the running. So if in this section I want to update the replicas, now we have the three replicas is here. Now we have changed to 5. Now we are already saying that the strategy that we are using is rolling update. By default, when we not define any strategy, so the deployment will take the default strategy is rolling update. So let's save this. Okay, and execute the command kubectl get pods. So we can see here the total number of pods is created 5 because we added the deployment script. Okay, so this is the way we can execute all the commands and we can learn. So this is the way we can learn how to create a deployment, how to roll back, how to check the history, and how to perform the edit. So in the next lecture we will learn about the service in Kubernetes. So thank you guys. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel for more upcoming videos.